Your love is bright as ever, even in the shadows. Baby, kiss me.
Okay, hi. Of course, this is my 2013 recap with my 2014 goals. I'm gonna try not to play with my hair this time, which is what I always do. 2013 was a crazy year. I'm sure everybody always says that, but for me, several things happened. Beginning in January of 2013, I took this class called Cross Cultural Counseling, and it literally changed my life. It allowed me to look at things differently, look at my life differently. I started to question why I am who I am and why I believe the things that I believe in terms of religion, sexuality, um, all of those categories, and I got to find out who I really feel like I got to find out who I was in 365 days, and that's really crazy, which is different from the first 23 years of my life. I got to meet some really phenomenal friends. I knew Michelle, except from the same club person, but I ain't really rock with her then. So, yeah, we became whatever friends, whatever. But now we're like really good friends, and she's like a person who I definitely cherish. I definitely put her on my list of 2013 plus of meeting great people as well as my cloth members, getting to hang out with people who I never thought I would hang out with before. And I don't know why I didn't think I would hang out with them. We were just always in separate groups. And now that it's just us, we find that we have more things in common than we realize. So for me, relationships are important. And the people who I meet, like I'm a little apprehensive at times about, meeting new people, doing new things. I had sorority sisters here. I had, people here throughout my 4 years, and it was cool. They all left and they all graduated. And I feared that last year was going to be a year that I was all alone. I was going to be by myself. I'm going to be in my apartment with no friends. But I dared greatly a little bit in that area before I even knew what daring greatly was. And I hung out with new people, and I found those people to be fascinating, and so multidimensional, and they offer me so much in my life, perspective-wise. So I'm really excited about that. So a plus for me in 2013 is the relationships that I built with beautiful, strong, amazing women and men in my life. So that's a plus. I was in a I don't know if I was in a relationship or not in 2013. However, I ended that part of my life for good. And although it was the scariest thing that I've ever done, and I questioned it, and I went back, and I did all these things, like it was probably one of the best decisions that I've ever made, and I had to make that decision in order to be where I am today, which is where we'll talk about in a minute. It wasn't the best situation at the time. It's still not the best situation. I don't know what will happen if I see this person or whatever. But I still love and care about them, and I only wish nothing but the good for them. But that part of my life had to end. The latter half of the year, 2013, was crazy. Just crazy. Like, I started my practicum, working with kids in action with counseling, and that was phenomenal. Like, I realized that I love counseling. I love what I do. I got to speak in several classes for several different conferences for other people, and people have poured into my life that I inspire them. Who knew? Who would have? I wouldn't have. I think I'm just little old me. Who can I inspire? But in 2013, I started to embrace. Michelle, you gonna turn that up all loud or nah? I'm trying to record my video. So, 2013, I have embraced my calling in my life, and people listen to me. So I want to make sure going forward in 2014 that I'm, that validity is there, and that I have the education and the knowledge and the experience behind what I'm telling people, because I don't want to stray people in the wrong directions. Although it's my perspective and what I bring to the table, and people can take what they want to from it, I want to make sure that I'm being true to myself. I mean, that's another thing that I learned how to do in 2013 is to be authentic, be true to myself, and love myself for that truth. And I can't be afraid of that truth when I go to church, or when I'm talking to my mom or my dad, or I can't be afraid of that in certain groups of friends who don't like certain things. Like, I was always a chameleon. Like, I could be the coolest person in every group, but I wasn't necessarily being myself in every single group, and that wasn't like intentional or to be like a fake person. I just decided to be discreet about certain things in certain groups, based on who I was with and what they wanted or liked or needed at that very moment, at that very time. So I stopped doing that. I love me. I am falling even more in love with myself. I stopped listening to people who tell me I'm nothing but X, Y, and Z. You're mean, you're inconsiderate, you're insecure, whatever. I come with characteristics just like everybody else. I don't call them. 2013, I stopped calling the way I do things flaws, because flaws or imperfections make it seem like it's bad. And I think that we all are unique people who bring unique experiences to every situation. And if we call it a flaw or imperfections, it seems like we need to get rid of that. But it's a part of us. Embrace it. Love it. Let people know this how you are. If I'm snappy, I'm snappy. If I look a little mean when you first see me, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be mean. But embracing who you are and stop calling my imperfections flaws, because I don't want to get rid of them. That's just who I am. I talked to my dad. I know I probably made a few videos about my dad, but I finally, Christmas Day, I actually talked to my dad about everything that I felt for 24 years, and it was amazing. It's probably the most liberating thing that I've ever done in my life. And I felt like at that moment when I was done, I did it for me. Like, I didn't do it to get a response from him, but I did it for me, and I dared greatly, and it's amazing. I mean, it's amazing to just get it off my chest. I don't have to sit around and talk about it, think about it no more. It's something that we discussed, and we both vowed to do better, and he gave me his point of view, and I accepted it, and now I'm 24 years old, and I have my dad in my life. So I'm excited about that. So that's some of the things that I did in 2013. So goals for 2014. I am receiving love. Goal number one is receive love. I have somebody in my life right now who loves me unconditionally, and it feels quite amazing. It feels like I'm the luckiest girl in the world, and I haven't stopped. I don't think I've stopped smiling since the 1st of January, because I'm so excited about what this year has in store for us. But I just feel so loved, and I feel so free to be myself. I feel wanted and needed, but I also feel protected and cared for. I'm so happy, and I would not be here if I didn't take all those steps in 2013. I would not be here at this moment. I'm so happy. And so that's what I'm doing in 2014. I'm leaning in. We call it leaning in. I'm leaning all the way into love and life, wholeheartedly. So stay tuned, because I'm sure I have more and more videos about this later. Another one of my goals is I'm graduating this year with a master's degree. Raise the roof. I know we don't do that anymore, but whatever. I do. Starting my career. Scariest thing I've ever done, but I'm ready and I'm excited. I'm not ready. I think if you're ready for something, I think it's too easy. I like those nerves and those sweaty palms and that uncertainty, because out of those things, I think phenomenal things always happen. And I won't play anything off like, oh, I settled for this, or I did that, oh, I just, took this job for whatever. I am graduating. And so next step in life is I want to, maybe work for about a year, get a little bit of experience. Um, and then it's off to PhD land. So you can call me Dr. Glover, or depending on if I'm married or not at that point, whatever, Dr. somebody. So that's exciting. Starting a new consulting company, trying to change some lives, reading more, loving more, praying more. I want to be more connected with my higher power, with myself. I believe that, our higher power dwells within us, whoever that is. And so I've just been spending more time just thanking and being grateful and not complaining about all my issues and the shit I got going on, because there's always shit going on. So being grateful and paying gratitude in those moments for waking up, sipping water, using my arms and my legs. Like, people don't have that every day. And so stopping and smelling the roses, slowing my life down, and taking time to be loved. I think that's the biggest thing. Being loved by my mom, my dad, and people in my life, my friends, and not being afraid of who I am. So 2014, here I come.
In the dark.